finally doing this. I know I said that about 4.5 years ago, that I'm just finally going to start making YouTube videos, but I procrastinated again because that's what I do. I'm a perfectionist and I'm a procrastinator, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I really actually do know a lot about what I'm doing. A lot of this, I understand all the technology, I understand the software, I understand the skills. I have professional lighting gear, I have professional audio gear, I have nice expensive cameras and lenses and accessories. I have super fancy tripods and I have like 7 computers in my studio. I call this room my studio. It's way bigger than what this shot looks like, so I'm sure I'll talk about that in another video, maybe a studio tour or something. But today is December 31st, 2024. It's 11:55 p.m. and I wanted to get this video out before 2025 starts. So this is just a challenge to myself, that can I post a video before 2025? I've been talking about making videos for 5 to 7 years, probably longer. I've had a YouTube channel since YouTube came out. My YouTube channel, it started in 2006, and I have 10 or 20 videos on my channel, and none of them mean anything to me, really. I don't think there's no cohesiveness between any of them. It's just a mess. And on my birthday in 2020, the last video that I posted on my channel, I said that doing podcasts for 5 years led me into making videos. Well, I made that video with my phone. I said, I don't care what this looks like, I'm just posting it. So I'm not going to have enough time to get into everything that I wrote. I wrote down all these notes, and I'm going to have to save all this for a future video because I just want to get this video posted before midnight, and then I can celebrate, and then I can get back to work and create videos that actually have something to say. So again, I'm just going to cut this video off here in a second, and I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to post it, and it's going to have a basic thumbnail and title, and I'm just going to get it out, and hopefully I can do that in the next like 2 minutes. But if you're new here, but if you are new here to this video, this channel, this whatever I'm doing here, my name is Randy Johnson. I also go by Ranplan or Big Ran. Some people call me R. I'm sure I have other names that people call me. I don't know. RJ Johnson. I don't know. A lot of different names for me, but this is just a challenge to myself, as can I just get my camera out and just post a video to YouTube? So I'm trying to get in the habit. 2025 is going to be huge. I have a lot of plans, a lot of goals, and making videos is right at the top of the list, and it has been for a long time, and I don't know why I never did anything with it. So I'm ready to do this. So now I just need to go in and post this video, and who cares what it looks like. And I can't wait to make the next one because it's actually going to be more intentional, and I'm going to talk more about things that's going to happen on this channel and what you can expect. And so with that being said, part of what got me to just say, screw it, I'm just going to do this, is I got a gift on Christmas the other day. It was a necklace, and I'd never wear jewelry. I don't like jewelry. I actually have a watch over here. I have this nice watch that I wear every now and then, but I don't like to wear watches. I don't have rings, bracelets. I do have earrings, but I am not really a necklace person either. But I was given this gift, and it has this little charm on it. This thing, medallion maybe? I don't know. It has this thing on it that says "Don't quit," and some of the letters are crossed out, and what's left, it says "Do it." So here I am. I'm doing it. So it's 11:59. This isn't going to get posted. So I tried. At least I'm out here. I'm going to post this anyway. It's going to be a January 1st, 2025 video, but I don't care. I'm posting it. So I'll see you in the next video. There's nothing here that would make you want to like and subscribe or comment or anything, but I'm just doing this video for me. And really, at the end of the day, this channel is for me, but I think a lot of things that I'm skilled at, I'm talented at, things that I'm interested in, experiences that I've had, stories that I can share. I think I have a lot to share. I know I have a lot to share, but I feel like I have a lot to share that can help other people and maybe you. So I'm not going to get into everything in this video. It would take 10 hours to explain everything that's on my mind when it comes to YouTube and making videos and where I want this channel to go. So I'll save that for another video soon. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, that's amazing. You're gonna love the future videos if you like this one. I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna read some of these things real quick. It's 12 a.m. It's midnight. It's 12 a.m. or whatever. It's now Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. So I guess I'm celebrating New Year's with you. Happy New Year. We made it another year. 2024 was crazy. Wow. I did not plan on shooting a video during the transition of New Year's. So happy New Year's. Happy New Year's Day. It is midnight right now still. I'm home alone. I'm actually in the studio, but I'm home alone with the two cats. My wife is at work. I have no idea what this printer is doing. It all of a sudden just started making noise at midnight. I'm like, is somebody else here? Is somebody printing something? I have no idea what's going on. I'm really excited for 2025. I have a lot of plans, a lot of goals. I probably have too many things that I want to accomplish, but that's just who I am, I guess. Wow. I'm going to end this video in a second, but I'm just going to read some of these notes because I didn't get this video out in time. So I do have a couple extra minutes. So again, I'm Randy. I'm 42. I'm a Leo. I'm an INFP. I don't know if any of that matters to anyone that's watching or if you even know what some of that stuff means, but it matters to me. I'm into that. But I think I just want to simplify everything, and I have a lot of things that I'm into. Someone like me, if this is you, I have a million hobbies. I'm interested in just about everything. But I think it also helps for this channel to talk about the who, what, where, when, why, and how. So who, it's me. This channel is going to be all about me and the things that I'm into. And, you know, a lot of the things that I'm into happen to be things that people are interested in. I see tons of people making videos about the things that I'm skilled at. And, you know, I'm not the best in the world at probably anything, but I am skilled across a lot of different things, and I'll get into that in a second. But this channel is, for me, I'm not trying to turn this into some get-rich-quick thing overnight. I'm not trying to have a ton of sponsors, brand deals. I'm not trying to just review a bunch of cheap, stupid products. I'm not trying to be the next Joe Rogan. I'm not a political person. I'm not a religious person. I think the name that the person did not give me this name, but it was sort of a word that someone used to describe how I am. And someone said something like, "Oh, you're on the RAN plan," or "That's the RAN plan starter pack or starter kit," or something like that. And I was like, "RAN plan? Well, what is that?" That was probably like 12 years ago or something crazy. And if I break that word down, I treat it as one word, RANPLAN. So some people call me Ran, just RAN. I'm a past tense verb, I guess. But if you were to split that word into two words, ran and plan, I feel like half of who I am is completely random. And the other half of me is super planned out, methodical. I came out here just to hit record on a YouTube video like this, just real quick, just get it out there. But I still felt like I have to write down all these notes and bullet points and try to have some structure. And I didn't end up doing that. This is sort of I'm going to cut a couple pieces out of here, maybe just the beginning and the end. I'll just leave all the mess ups in the middle. Who cares? That's probably part of the challenge for myself too. Can I just post something to YouTube that isn't perfect? Yes, I know I can. Will I actually do it? If you see this and you see mess ups in it before this point and after probably, then you'll know the answer. If you see a bunch of cuts, little jump cuts and zoom in and all that, then you'll probably know that I probably cut some things out, but I'm not planning on doing that. So this channel is about me. This is for me. It's a creative outlet. But I know other people can get some value out of this. What will this be? It'll be whatever I want. A lot of it's going to focus on me as somebody maybe in my midlife. I guess people over 40s can probably relate to me. People in their 40s, late 30s, early 40s can relate to me. I'm an introverted type person, as I said. But I also think that people I could probably help people that are like late teens, early 20s. If they're not really sure what path they want in life, they can probably learn something that I share on this channel, and really give some different perspective that maybe a lot of people don't share. I don't know. I think I have a lot of thoughts and ideas, and I'm definitely a devil's advocate type person. So although I may agree with something, I also like to see the other side and think, well, that's probably true, but what if it wasn't? Let's think about it from this angle. So I'm that way with everything. I'm very open-minded and try to think of, different ways to approach a topic or a problem or something like that. What are some other creative approaches to things? So I think that if you're watching this and you're in your 40s, I'm sure we can relate to a lot of things. If you're still watching this video, you don't really know a lot about me, so I'm not sure if you're just bored or what made you want to keep watching this. If you know me, then maybe you're just interested in what I've been up to, because I don't feel like I've posted a lot on social media over the past few years. And I think there's fireworks going off right now. It has been raining all day, so it could be thunder, but I think it's fireworks. And I am like deep out here in the country, and so that's something that I love, is that there's not a lot of sound. This is not like what the hell? It might be thunder. Could be an airplane. I have no idea. So I don't know where I was going with that for a second there. There'll probably be a lot of that. So anyway, I feel like a younger person, a person in their 40s can probably relate to what I'm into, especially if you're into, photography or web design or creating clothing brands, solopreneur, entrepreneur type stuff, tech, work-life balance, how to make money online. That sounds super scammy or whatever, just saying that out loud. I hate the entrepreneur word too. Podcasting, writing, videos, online courses. I'm into a lot of different things, and I feel like if you're someone in your 40s and you're into tech and you love watching YouTube as I do, and you have a wide range of interests, and you would probably describe yourself as introverted, and you have a great sense of humor, even if it's dark or offensive at times, and you are sort of into like psychology or philosophy, or wondering what this whole life thing is about, this human condition, this one big experiment that we're all doing on this planet. I think if you're into everything that I just said, even getting down to like sobriety, veganism, minimalism, music. There's a million things that I could talk about. Motorcycles, real estate. I don't know. I'm all over the place. So I have a million ideas written down as to what type of videos I want to make. I really should have a bunch of different YouTube channels. I actually have 5 or 6 created with no videos except on this main channel here. So I'm just going to focus on doing one main channel, which is the channel you're watching right now. And eventually, maybe I'll create other channels because some of the things probably don't really relate to each other. But I think for the beginning, the first 10 videos, 20 videos, maybe even the first 50 or 100 videos, the first year, whatever, everything just needs to go on this one channel. This is just me. But if you're a younger person and you're not really sure what kind of path you want to take in life, maybe you're in college, maybe you're in high school, maybe you graduated high school, you didn't go to college, you're in your 20s, you're just working, a regular 9-to-5 job that maybe you don't really like, and maybe you're here just to hear somebody else's perspective. And I have a lot of different experiences, and when it comes to working for myself. Okay, so I just had to restart the video because my alarm just went off. It happens every single time. This is why I can't use my phone to make YouTube videos, because something always happens every time I hit record. I have super nice cameras over here. I have a whole display cabinet, a display case filled with photography gear, and I'm using a 6-year-old iPhone. Oh my God. I'm sure I've said the same things like 5 times in this video already, but people that are at a younger age in life, I feel like they may be able to learn something. If that's you, you may be able to learn something on here. People that are a lot older than me, 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, I'm sure that I could learn a lot more from you, if that's you, than you can learn from me. But I know there's plenty of people in the older generation that maybe don't relate to this modern world, this tech-focused world, this instant gratification, needing everything right now, fast-paced, quick cuts, crazy loud music, stunts, gimmicks, all of that. I don't think you're going to find that on this channel. So if you're not into all of that stuff, then I think you're in the right place. I am a very calm person, and it's probably a struggle for me to not have a boring, monotone voice. So if you think that I'm talking great and I speak very well on camera, then great. I'm doing my job. If you think that I'm boring and monotone and my voice in this video in general could just put you to sleep, then I think that's totally understandable, and maybe I'll try to work on it, or maybe it doesn't even matter. So I think that an older generation can totally learn some of the basics when it comes to tech skills or using the internet and understanding photography, how to build a website, how to get your ideas on the internet, how to make YouTube videos or start a podcast or whatever. So I have all of these skills that I think can pertain to people my age, people like me, or a younger generation or an older generation. So I don't really know exactly what my audience is going to be yet. And I've been in the custom car and truck world for over half of my life. And I do, I guess, have an audience in that world. Maybe you are in that world and you know me from that. I don't know. Or maybe you're in that world and you made it this far in the video and you had no idea that I was into that or a part of that scene. And now you're like a super fan because I'm into bag trucks and hot rods and motorcycles and all that kind of stuff. But I think that's part of what makes a channel successful here on YouTube or pretty much any platform is, can you be yourself? Can you be real and authentic and not necessarily compromising everything, maybe a little bit here and there, but not compromising who you are. So I feel like that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm just going to be me. And throughout all these videos, you're going to see things that really show off who I am and what I'm into. And again, you'll probably see things in the background of my videos, maybe even this video, that sort of shows who I am or what my personality is all about. I have a PC laptop back here. I have a MacBook Pro. I have a Mac Mini. So I'm a PC Mac guy. I'm shooting on an iPhone. I use Canon cameras. And but I'm all over the place, you know. I have a bunch of tattoos. I'm into a wide range of music, and you know, I've been a city person my whole life, and now I live in the country. And I have clothing brands, and you know, I've worked for myself for a long time, and I've had a wide range of jobs. And yeah, so again, I'll go into all of that stuff more in other videos, and I think some of it will interest a lot of people, but I don't necessarily know exactly what audience I really will attract by putting out videos, especially videos like this. Maybe a lot of my videos will be just this, where I'm just talking to the camera like this and just getting my thoughts out. And I'm a huge advocate for just documenting everything and, you know, figuring out later on what you want to do with it. I have over 130,000 photos and videos on my phone right now. And if that shows you that I document things, I think it does. I think it pretty much explains that I document everything. Anyone that has 130,000 photos on their phone. I have over 1,000 note files. I write notes down every single day. I keep track of my notes for each day for years. A couple years ago, I really was serious about this YouTube channel, and turns out I wasn't. I didn't do anything about it, but I made a goal to take a video every single day. Most of them are with my phone. Some of them are with my camera, but no matter where I was, whether I was in my studio, in the house, traveling somewhere, or wherever, I got a camera out and I took a video, and I basically just explained what I was doing that day or what I did the day before, however I did it, and just whatever was on my mind, whatever I was doing that day, or it's just sort of like a video journal. Because I thought that part of the reason that I wasn't doing YouTube is that I was afraid to be on camera, and I'm not. You know, I did a video every single day for a year, and I didn't post anything. I didn't upload anything to YouTube. I don't know. I think it just comes down to doing something new and knowing that you're not going to be great at it in the beginning and just doing it anyway. That's the only way you're going to get better. We have a 10-year-old daughter, and that's what we try to teach her all the time, is you're not going to be good at something when you first start out doing it, and you may not be good 3 months from now. You may not be good a year from now, but if you're into it and you want to get better at it, just do it anyway. You know, she'll look at me and see things that I draw or just doodle on paper and say like, God, you're such a good artist. How did you get so good? I've been drawing for almost my entire life. Probably when I was 5 and probably before then. You know, it's when you do something for almost 40 years, I don't think it becomes mandatory that you're perfect or you're number one in the world, but it's pretty impossible to not be pretty good at something that you've done for 40 years. And maybe if you are still bad at something after that length of time, I think it just shows that you probably really love doing that thing. If no one's forcing you to do it, and you're still doing it anyway that long, I think it's a pretty good sign that you actually like that thing. So I went to art school. I am a big fan of all the mediums in the art world, and so yeah, it's just about embracing the suck is something I've heard before, that I know that this is not going to be how I want it to be. And you or other people may watch this and say, what are you talking about? This video is amazing. This video is great. Thank you. But I am definitely a perfectionist, and I probably always will be. And I don't even think that I care, because I feel like I've tried for so long to try to be the best version of myself, and I think that I thought that meant that I had to find other successful people out there and just copy their habits and routines and their things that they do. And anytime I go down that path, I'm just getting further away from who I am. And so I procrastinate, and I'm a perfectionist, and I'm just gonna own up to that and know that that's me, and I can work around those constraints, knowing that I wait to the last minute, knowing that I rush around to get to places on time, and knowing that it takes me a long time to do things. This YouTube channel is a perfect example. I started this channel 18 and a half years ago, and I'm just now ready to really do it. That's so crazy. So I was talking about the who, what, where, all those things. So who, this is going to be me. What, whatever I want, whatever I'm into, whatever I feel like makes sense to put on this channel. And in the beginning, it's going to be a lot of different things, just to really feel like I can figure out what I want to talk about and what interests me to make. Where I'm in the studio, so I feel like most videos, maybe all of them, will be here in my studio. And I'm sure I'll have a lot of different camera angles within here because it's a pretty big space in here compared to how I was going to make things back in the day, you know, in a spare bedroom or in my actual bedroom. That was the plan many times, is I'll just use my bedroom or my office or whatever. And now I'm lucky enough to have this whole finished area above our garage, and I can use it for whatever I want to create. So I just call it the studio, and I have everything that I need to create anything I could ever want out here. But maybe I'll make some videos outside in the backyard, or maybe I'll make things on location somewhere else. I don't know. But most of them will probably be here in my studio, and most videos are just going to be me. And I would guess that a lot of videos are just going to be me talking to the camera like this. When I want to make one video a week. So that's a pretty standard interval that a lot of people that make YouTube videos, they just try to make one video per week. But I may make more. But I really want to focus on one video per week, mandatory. No excuses. So by the end of 2025, I will have 52 videos posted to this channel. And I may hide some of my older videos just because they serve no purpose, you know. They don't relate to anything that I'm going to talk about going forward. But I'm going to focus on once a week, and every now and then I may post a random video that is outside of the schedule. But I really want to stick to once a week, and I really want to stick to a specific day and time that I will post every video. So right now it is Wednesday, January 1st. So I could go back and forth on every single decision that I've ever made in my life, probably, but at some point a lot of things just don't matter. And so I'm just trying to get out of my own head, because I legit am my own worst enemy. And you know, I've been super hard on myself for many years, and I'm trying to not be that way anymore. And I'm trying to see myself as having two different sides to my brain, which is probably true. We all have a left brain and a right brain, a good conscience, bad conscience, all that, whatever. I'm just trying to remind myself that half of me wants to just come out here and make stuff, and the other half of me is just over analyzing every little detail, and that prevents the other part of me from doing anything. So the more that I plan and research and just overthink everything, I never get anything done. And I have a bunch of Post-it notes over here all over my printer. I have a bunch of Post-it notes on this little little desktop monitor stand riser type thing. I have Post-it notes all over the place. And one of them over here says, don't die with your music still inside of you. And I relate that as to, I have all these ideas and thoughts and things that I want to say. And as much as I love writing down my ideas in my phone or just on paper, I actually have a typewriter here, which is probably out of frame. I have a whole display case of other typewriters over there too. I'm a big typewriter person. As much as I love writing, most of everything that I ever write is just private, and for no other reason other than I just don't post it. And now I've written a ton on social media over the years, maybe the past 10 years, maybe longer. I've written a lot on a few different websites, blogs that I have, but I just am not consistent. It would just be one day I'm super motivated and inspired, and I would write something and post it. And a lot of people say that they love my writing. I actually have people that have said, "When is your book coming out?" And I'm like, "What book?" And they're like, well, "You got to write a book, right? You're gonna write a book someday, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be great. I should do that." So a lot of people say they like my writing, and so I love writing. I think it's the form of art where I am always 100% myself, and I have no cares in the world about putting that out there. Now, when it comes to podcasting, it took me a long time to get over my voice, and I actually don't think my voice is bad. It was just this idea of hearing it back when I was editing it back in the day. And I haven't touched my podcast in several years, and I have all my podcast stuff set up on another table over here, and it's been ready to go ever since we moved in here. And I really don't know. I have no excuse. So again, I just get in my own way, and so I have to just get back to that. But once I put it out there, people said, "You're actually way better at this than you think you are, so keep doing that." So I need to get back at that. But putting myself on video and rewatching it and letting the world see me with all of my flaws is anxiety inducing. Like, I don't know. It's like I'm just talking to a piece of technology right here. No one knows I'm doing this. I'm just talking to a piece of, glass, and I can put it up on the internet, and then I can close the computer and I can go on a run or go to bed or watch a TV show or something and just be totally disconnected from however the world or you or anybody, how the world is interpreting what I'm saying. I don't have to be so connected to it. I just need to make things like this and then put them out there and then move on. Go back to the studio and make the next thing. That's all I'm trying to do. And so I'm not trying to die with all these ideas in my head and all of these experiences and stories just hidden inside a phone or, stacks of paper that no one gets to see. I feel like if I'm not sharing it, what's the point, And I think that everybody should have a journal or some sort of writing habit to where they can get all their thoughts and ideas out of their head. But, I feel like we can all share our stories and help somebody. So, there's no negative to putting it out there, and there's only positives that can come from it. So again, I can overanalyze everything, and I always try to think of what's the perfect day of the week, what's the perfect time. I don't know. So I'm just gonna this one's actually gonna go live today on Wednesday. So I might as well I'm just gonna write this down. I might as well stick to a publishing schedule of every Wednesday. So every Wednesday, again, I don't have all this planned out. You're watching me figure this out as I go. And that's what this whole channel is. I'm just going to document everything. I'm just going to test a lot of things and just learn as I go. This is all one giant experiment. That's what life is. And if you treat everything like it's an experiment, then it doesn't matter if it works out like you thought it would. It's an experiment. Not all experiments work. If you're in science class in school, you're doing experiments to see what happens. I am making this video to see what happens. I've been following a ton of different YouTubers, and I actually don't hate that word YouTuber. I'm okay if someone calls me a YouTuber, or I call myself that at some point. I'm not going to be halfway into my first real video and call myself a YouTuber, but maybe, I don't know. I like the word YouTuber better than entrepreneur, I'll say that. Although I would identify myself as a solopreneur because I'm pretty much a one-man shop, a one-ran shop, if you will. So every Wednesday, you're getting a new video. Now, what's a time? I don't know yet. Let's see. What sounds like a good time to make? Because again, I'm probably going to make a lot of videos in batches. Like, I'm not going to make another video right after this one, but the idea is that I can make 2 or more videos at a time, and then I can have a couple waiting. So maybe one week I'm sick, or I'm out of town, or I'm just depressed, or just not in the mood. And so I don't want to go out here and make a new video every single week. I would love to do that, but I just know the reality, and I know who I am. And I think that's what this all comes down to, is knowing who I am and just leaning into that, knowing that it's going to be hard to stick to a schedule. But I have done a couple things, at least one thing. I've done something for the past year and a half that I've been super consistent with, and I'm not going to share that yet. It's going to be another video. I think I've just announced like 20 different videos that I'm coming out with as I'm speaking, but I did something for the past year and a half that has been super consistent and surprised myself. I did not think that I would do this thing, and I know that if I can do that thing, I can do this thing. So I am the perfect person to do a podcast, to have a blog, to have a YouTube channel like this for sure. Those 3 types of art or content, or whatever you want to call it. I hate the word content. I don't like the word content creator, but that's probably what I sort of am, you know? Am I a designer? Yeah. Am I a photographer? Yeah. Am I an artist? Probably. I don't know. I'm just a lot of different things. So there's no reason to put a label on it, no titles or whatever. Who cares? But I just think that if I can do this other thing consistently, I know I can do this. And I am the perfect person to do this, because I'm an introverted person that likes to be in my workspace, my studio space, by myself. I could be out here all day long. And I talk to myself all the time, all day, every day. So why not hit record and put it out there, and maybe it'll help somebody else? Because there are a lot of other YouTubers out there that have helped me. And I mean, I am probably one of the biggest consumers of YouTube content in the world. And, again, that's something that I've been hard on myself in the past, is like, I consume too much. I need to create more. And that is true. I definitely need to create more. So that's what I'm doing. But I don't need to be so hard on myself for consuming other people. I love watching other people create their own style of YouTube videos. And there's plenty of people that when they post a new video, I get super excited. I want to stop what I'm doing. I want to come out here, watch it on my big screen with, the nice speaker setup, and just be out here and just zone out and just totally be, in the moment, and just really focus and just take it all in. And I hope that at some point I can make videos where, you or other people will feel the same way. I hope that people look forward to the videos that I make, and, they look forward to a video every Wednesday. And I'm trying to think, do I want to have them just come out at like midnight or 8 a.m. or noon? I think it needs to be noon or earlier. What time do I want to do? I already have this thought in my head, is like, there's going to be a time when it's Tuesday night and I'm trying to get a video out for Wednesday by midnight and it's just not happening. And here we are. This is exactly the same scenario I just described. And so I end up staying up late into Wednesday morning, finishing a video, getting it out by a certain time. I don't know. But it doesn't matter what day and time you pick, you have the same amount of time to make the videos. So I don't know. I'm going to pick a time within the next few minutes. I'll get back to you on that. The other two topics of why and how. The how is simple. I'm just going to make videos with whatever gear I have, and I'm sure I'll buy new gear as time goes on because I am a gear addict. And there's a thing called GAS, G-A-S. I think it's a disease. It's definitely a disorder. It is gear acquisition syndrome, and I totally have that. I have every piece of equipment that any pro, successful, wealthy YouTuber would have. And I have more than that. You know, there's plenty of people that just start out with a phone. They don't even have a tripod. They're either just hand holding it or they have it stacked up on some books or leaned up against a wall or something, and they're using the natural light. Obviously, it's dark out here. I could just use the lights that are on the ceiling. I could use the light off of my monitor here. But no, I have a C-stand with a studio light and a lantern, and I've got, an accent light back there that's just a random light that I thought looked cool from IKEA, and I had to have it because I've seen it for years, and I thought one day I'm going to do that, and that's going to be in my YouTube videos. And I have RGB lights, and I have probably 10 different microphones, and I'm just using the the regular microphone that's built into the iPhone right now because I think it all comes down to hurdles. And I put a lot of hurdles in my way, and it prevents me from getting anything done. So honestly, I should have just used the other camera on the iPhone. That way I would have been able to start making this video faster. It took longer to make this because I had to make sure I was in frame because I can't even see anything. So I had a mirror set up. I think I already described all that. But so I'm just going to make content with smartphones, mirrorless cameras, DSLRs, action cameras, a wide range of microphones, a wide range of lighting. And I'm an Adobe person, so I'm going to use Adobe Premiere Pro for editing. I've been using the Adobe tools for over 20 years now. Almost 25 years I've been using Adobe stuff almost every day. It's crazy. And posting everything to YouTube. And I am a web designer probably more than anything else that I've done. Maybe photography and web design. I've done them equally the same amount of time in my life. But so I have a ton of domain names, a ton of websites. So there'll probably be more stuff that goes along with my YouTube videos that I'll probably put on my websites. And whatever I talk about in the videos, if I need to link to something else out, on the internet, I'll put whatever in the YouTube description. But one of my websites will be like my main website. It's sort of like a hub where if I just had to give one website to anybody that sort of leads you to all the things that I do, it would be ran.life. So RAN period LIFE, ran.life. And I know that's probably not the best domain name, but it's short, it's sweet, it should be pretty easy to remember. No one's going to misspell that like other domain names I have. And so if you go to ran.life, it's just one of those simple landing page type websites where it just links to all the other things that I do. And that's the best way. So really the how part of this is pretty easy. I'm just going to make videos with the tech gear that I have and put it on the internet for the whole world to see, because I can't just make everything private in my studio and just be a hermit and collect all my stuff here and not let anybody else see it or let anybody get value from it. I'm done doing that. So we're putting stuff out into the universe and just see what happens. This is an experiment. If I put this video on YouTube, what will happen? Maybe no one watches it. Maybe 1 million people watch it. I'm sure that if 1 million people watch any of my videos, this isn't going to be the one, but you never know. With YouTube, you never know. So the last part, and probably the most important of all 6 of those questions, who, what, where, when, how. I think the most important one is why. Why am I doing this? I don't know. And I think that that was something that I didn't want to say, is because I feel like you have to have a reason for doing something. And at the end of the day, I don't think I really had a good reason for the past several years. And that could have been a reason why I didn't do this. And to this day, to this moment, I don't really have a good reason for doing this other than I really want to. And it's all I talk about to my wife. She knows that I want to make a YouTube channel. She has no idea why I'm not doing it, because I don't know either. And our daughter is, into YouTube like everybody else is. We try not to promote it to her as something that she should watch all the time, because I'm probably addicted to it. So I know a 10-year-old's brain would be addicted to it as well if I am. And it's really all I think about is being someone that posts consistent YouTube videos that I'm proud of. So I think that that's good enough. That it's just something I want to do. I want to get better at it, and I want to be proud of it. I mean, wouldn't everybody want those things for whatever they're into? Why do you want to, be an actor? Why do you want to, play guitar or drums? Why do you want to do anything? Why do you want to be a chef? Because it's just something that you're really into. Whether you're passionate about it or not, that word, I don't know how I feel about that word. I actually have that word tattooed on me, so I can explain that in another video. I could probably talk about all my tattoos at some point, but everyone says you got to find your passion. You just find your passion, and then you'll figure it all out. It'll all make sense. And I just think that that's stupid. It's not great advice. And I think advice in general, it's not the best way to guide your life is through other people's advice. I think that you can listen to what other people say, especially people that are doing things that you want to do. If they explain their successes and failures and their mistakes and things that they've learned along the way, I think that would be naive to think that wouldn't help. Of course it can help you, but if the advice that people are giving you, if they're already successful, they're giving you advice from standing at the top of the mountain already. They're giving you advice from where they're at, not where you're at. And so maybe that's part of what I'm doing here is I want to start documenting everything as I go rather than do everything for 10 or 20 years and then all of a sudden talk about it later on as like, here's how I did everything. I don't know. I think it's exciting to watch people do things in real time, like as they're doing it. Watch somebody grow a clothing brand from scratch, or watch somebody start a YouTube channel from scratch like this. Watch somebody learn a new skill in public. I think that's just what I'm doing here. I'm learning in public. I'm writing all these notes down as I go because I don't want to forget these things, because I think I have a pretty good memory, but I also know that I don't have the best memory. And so I get really mad at myself if I forget something. So I write things down all the time. Learn in public. Yeah, that's just what we're trying to do here. But, if someone was to become a chef, that's really what they're trying to do, is they're doing something that they enjoy, and they want to be consistent with it, and they want to be proud of their work. So that's really the why. And I'll just read some of these other things that I wrote down here that, I love acronyms, and I think that, and I know there's another thing called initialism, and I can go down rabbit holes on anything. And hopefully some things that I've said in here have sent you down a rabbit hole on something, because if you're anything like me, I love a good rabbit hole, and to get lost and then 3 hours later you're like, how did I end up, researching the people that live in this obscure town on the other side of the world? Or why am I researching all the notable inmates at this random prison? I don't know. I end up on the most obscure things on the internet sometimes, and I'm proud of my research skills. So I should use my research skills to come up with cool videos. So stay tuned. But I came up with this one called ICE, I-C-E. Inspiration, comedy, and education. And I think that is probably a lot of what this channel would be. I don't feel like there's been a lot of comedy in this video. And when I say comedy, I don't mean just, like a prank video channel, or doing crazy stunts just to get a laugh, or saying shock value things just to get a rise out of people. Or people that are just, being offensive just for the sake of being offensive, knowing that some people will think that's hilarious while, someone else is going to be sad based on that. But I think that a lot of this video has been more of the inspiration part of it. I felt inspired to make this. Maybe if you're still watching this, you're getting some sense of inspiration or motivation out of this. Maybe there's a little education here, probably not much in this one, but I feel like I'll be able to teach some of the things that I know, but I'll also be learning as well. So I feel like there's a double-sided education component to some of the content that I'll make here. And then the comedy part is, just I can have a dry sense of humor at times, and I like just not just saying, a knock-knock joke and then having a punchline, more of a just being subtle. And if somebody gets my weird inside jokes, I think it'd be hilarious to read through the comments where on my videos at some point that someone's like, did you mean this in that thing that you said? If you meant this, that is hilarious. Like, I want the jokes to be like smart jokes. Not that you have to be like, have a PhD to understand my humor, because I don't have a PhD. I have an associate's degree. So any associate's degrees out there? I just think that not everything needs to be so serious. And I think if you have fun with it and you can make people laugh and you can inspire them and you can teach them something, or they can teach you something, whoever you are that's watching this, I guarantee you I can learn something from you, and I guarantee you can learn something from me. So I think that's a big part of what this channel is going to be about. And I'm going to read some of these things here that I wrote. I don't know what I'm doing, but I sort of do. So again, I understand cameras. I understand lighting and audio and video editing software. I understand YouTube. I understand how to do affiliate income. I know how to write. I know how to build websites. I know how to do podcasting. I have clothing brands. I mean, this whole time I've been wearing this Risk Without Regret sweatshirt, and I haven't mentioned it one time. So the Risk Without Regret was actually the name of my podcast, and I'm just going to keep that name probably for the podcast. But Low Label is my main clothing brand. And so if you went to lowlabel.com, you could find some Risk Without Regret products on the website. So one website to buy all of the clothing, and I can also help you make clothing as well, make your own merch if you need help with that. That's a side topic. We're getting off topic. I think this video is going to be over an hour. My first video. Wow. My first real video cannot be over an hour. What am I doing? So I don't know what I'm doing. I mean that I do know what I'm doing. I understand all of the technology around making videos and posting them to the internet. And, you know, I understand watch time and view duration and click-through rates and ad revenue. And I understand titles and thumbnails. And you got to hook people in the first 5 or 10 seconds. Like, I understand so much of this, and I think that that's what also has held me back. And so even just saying that on this video that I don't know what I'm doing, it feels like I'm lying because I really am smart and I understand all this stuff. But I have to be honest that if I told someone that I am really educated and smart and I know how to be a YouTuber and I know how to make videos and all that, they're like, cool, show me your portfolio. Yeah, I don't have that. Oh, okay, well, don't worry about like a portfolio. Just show me your YouTube channel. I want to see your work. Oh, this is awkward. Yeah, I don't really have that either. So they're like, well, how could I take you seriously if you don't have a portfolio and you don't really have anything to show on your YouTube channel? What would make me feel like you really know what you're doing? So I'm just owning the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just walking into this blindly and figuring it out as I go with all of the knowledge that I already have. I'm bringing that with me. I'm not just throwing that all away. I'm bringing all the knowledge and experience I have for the past, since YouTube began. Let's just call it that. The past 18 or so years. I'm bringing all that experience with me, and I'm coming into this, but I'm also coming into this as a beginner who's just now getting to the point of making videos and publishing them to YouTube publicly and really going for it this time. I'm really going for it this time. And again, this video is going to have just barely any editing. Some other videos may have some more editing, but I'm not trying to get bogged down into doing crazy transitions or, color grading or anything crazy. I'm definitely not going to be one of those YouTube channels that like zooms in every 5 seconds and then zooms back out and then slowly just starts like zooming in and then zooms back out. That is so annoying. Like, I'm not someone that gets motion sickness or whatever, but it's just so annoying to watch videos like that. And I know that they're doing it because they feel like everybody has a short attention span and they got to mix things up every 3 to 5 seconds to hold your attention. And I'm making a 1 hour video here. If you don't like the way this is going at this moment, you would never have made it past the first couple minutes. So I don't need to cater to that audience that's looking for this, you know, lightning fast, crazy editing, explosions, and, you know, techno music just nonstop. I do like electronic music, specifically female vocal trance. If you type those 3 words into YouTube, there's some good music that'll pop up. So little to no editing on these videos, really prioritizing simplicity. I am definitely an advocate for minimalism. Less is more. I'm all about that. Part of this will be me just getting better at talking to camera, and hopefully this looks pretty good. Hopefully this works out. I feel confident, and I think that's maybe something that I've struggled with in life at different points, is confidence. I actually remember in 2019 at this little bookstore in Louisville, Kentucky, I bought this little small, actually I probably have it over here, this little book called Confidence, and I'm sure I have it up here somewhere. There it is. It's called On Confidence. I might do this a lot too. I might just grab books off the shelf and talk about them. I love reading. I love books. This is funny too. So on Risk Without Regret, which is what I was saying was my podcast, I have like 20 Instagram accounts for all these different things that I'm into, because I am a multi-potentialite. I am a Renaissance man, maybe Renaissance Ran. I'm definitely a dabbler of things. I'm just curious about everything, and when I learn something new, I really get into it. So again, I've been into YouTube forever, but this is different when you actually turn the camera on and you post it on YouTube. This is totally different than how I've interacted with YouTube over the past 5 or 10 years at least. But something that I used to do on my Risk Without Regret Instagram account was I would go to like Home Depot, Lowe's, even like Walmart, where they have like the paint section in the store, and I would grab these paint swatches, and I would take a marker and I would just write a quote on it. So the one that's in here, I think this is a perfect one. Wow. I'm just gonna hold it here for a second. You can take a screenshot or whatever if you want. I'm assuming this is in frame. It's a quote by David Bales. It says, "Fears about art making fall into 2 families. Fears about yourself and fears about your reception by others." I mean, I feel like this is like the perfect one that I could have pulled out. I have a whole stack of these. I literally have a whole stack of these quotes. And I have a ton that I haven't written anything on yet. Every one of these that has a quote on them, I posted these on, this is another great one right here. This is Elizabeth Gilbert. "What are you willing to give up in order to have the life you keep saying you want?" Both of these quotes are so perfect for this YouTube channel and this video that I'm making right now. And I mean, this is literally a new journey for me, and I'm going for it. So, I mean, you know, I think I would get in my own head as I'm so nervous to make this YouTube video. I'm so nervous to put myself out there. What are people going to say? And I saw somebody post I I think it was like a podcast, and it was their first podcast. It was like a couple people on that had a show together. And when they put their first episode out, they were having like a celebration party. It was like, we are celebrating our first episode, because you can only have your first video, your first episode, your first book, your first whatever. You can only have your first one time. And while I have posted other videos on YouTube in the past, something is different about this video, and this is my real first video, so I should celebrate this. So, and again, New Year's Day, perfect time. It's a perfect time for New Year's resolutions, right? So I know everyone's going to start going to the gym today. I am going to treat this YouTube channel like my gym. So everyone's going to try to lose weight and go to the gym every day and whatever. This is my gym, and I'm going to come out here every day, and I'm going to focus on putting in the reps. I'm just writing all these notes down. I don't want to forget them. I feel like this is good shit. Now, again, I could just rewatch this video because, oh my God, I'm making a video and I'm putting it on the internet, and I'm time stamping this day of my life right now, and I can come back to it anytime I want. Wow, what a concept. Why have I not done this yet? I have no idea. And actually, I came up with a something for reps to be an acronym. Let's see if I can remember it. Yeah, so it was record, edit, publish, share. And so I had this thought in my head I don't know, it's probably a couple months ago, where it was like, I just have to keep putting in the reps. That's it. So if I only make one video a year, I'm never going to get good at this. If I make one video a month, I'm just not going to get there anytime soon. And again, I'm not trying to do things overnight, any of that kind of overnight success. But if I really want to do this, and I keep saying that I want to do this, why would I not want to do this every day? So I feel like the only way that I'm going to actually do this is if I stay excited about it and find ways to keep me excited about it. And I think part of that is just putting in the reps. I just have to record, I have to edit, I have to publish, and then I got to share it. And then I just have to keep repeating that reps process. But this book talks about, confidence. I just flipped to this page right here that said, history is now. Wow. History is now. That is true. That's what's happening. I'm documenting history. Wow. But this page right here says the solution to the imposter syndrome lies in making a crucial leap of faith. That's what this is. That's what this whole video right now is. I'm making a leap of faith because I know that I have imposter syndrome. So I think we all do. If you're watching this and you're a human, I think you also have some imposter syndrome, even if it's just a little bit. So I'm going to just focus on trying to get better at talking to the camera, get better at making videos in general, putting my ideas and thoughts out into the world. Again, risk without regret. Promote my projects and my work. I mean, why would I not talk about the things that I have going on? You could hire me to build a website. You could hire me to shoot photography. And you could buy my clothing on my website. You could sign up for my web design online course. I could be your real estate agent if you wanted to, if you're in Ohio. I don't think I said that in this whole video. I'm in Ohio. I'm in like the northern Cincinnati area. Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to talk about my stuff, but I'm not going to be so, in your face, like, you must buy my stuff. Click this link and save 10% right now. Hurry up before, supplies run out. That's just, I'm not this hardcore salesperson. I love marketing. I'm okay with advertising, but I just hate watching videos that are just, you can tell that the whole thing was made with the only intention of selling stupid products that nobody cares about and nobody wants. And it's just the same video that everybody else is making about the same thing that no one is even paying attention anymore. It doesn't even matter. My projects and my work and the things that I want to make and share, of course I'm going to talk about those here and there, but it's not going to be, I'll try not to make anything annoying, but I don't want it to be this constant, every video I post is a commercial or an ad. I definitely don't want to do any of that. Again, authentic, real, I'm just being me. I want to document everything. I don't care what anybody thinks, but I actually do. That's the imposter syndrome part, is like, I can say that I don't care what people think and I'm just going to make this video, and no matter what anybody says, I'm not going to be offended or mad or sad or angry or whatever. I do care what people think. I'm probably a sensitive person. I have empathy. I care about other people. I want to help other people. So if I post videos, I would love to get great comments on everything. I'm sure I'm going to get a few negative comments here and there. I'm sure there's going to be people that don't like everything that I'm into or don't agree with everything that I say, and that's okay. I'll try to always respond to everybody, and I'll always try to respond with a learning mindset of, maybe I don't know where that person's coming from. Let me learn about it. Let me understand where they're coming from, and they can understand where I'm coming from, and we don't have to agree on everything, but we can let each other have the freedom to be who they are. And but I think you would probably be a psychopath or a sociopath or a narcissistic type person, or I'm sure there's other words to describe somebody that literally does not care about anybody, doesn't care what anybody says, has no feelings. That's not me. I do care what other people think, but I'm trying not to let any of that be like a hurdle. As I said, I don't want the possibility of judgment or negativity or disagreements. I don't want any of that to hold me back from making these things that I want to make. And I have to start before I'm ready, just like this necklace. Don't quit. Do it. Just do it. My dad says it all the time. Do it. Just do it. There is no trying. I saw that on a car the other day, a sticker. Like, you either do it or you don't. There is no trying. If you're trying, that is you doing it, So doing and trying are sort of the same thing, but you're either doing it or you're not. So it doesn't matter how much I talk about I'm going to make YouTube videos. If I'm not actually making them, who cares? So I just have to start before I'm ready, and I can figure it out as I go. And I'm just going to keep doing it, whether it makes money, whether it's the, vision that I had in my head actually turns out to be exactly the same. Maybe all of this will turn out to be something completely different, and this takes me down a whole different path that I ever thought this could ever go. But if I try to plan everything out in advance, I'm never going to get anything, never going to get anywhere. So I have to start before I'm ready. Testing, experimenting, learning as I go. Risk without regret. That's the name of the podcast that I had. This is a saying that I've said so many times. I actually have it tattooed across across my collarbone. Why would I be afraid to make these videos? You know, I know what I'm talking about. I know the skills that I have. I'm interested in them, and I have a lot of experience. I'm not someone that should have no confidence. I should have confidence in myself. But even if that's not enough, just take the risk and then don't have regret after you do your thing. You know, I would have a lot more regret if I never did this. I know I would have regrets if I never made this YouTube channel and started making videos. I think that I have to at least give this a chance to work. I don't know if this is ever going to be what I have in my mind as to what this can be, but if I never take this risk, how will I ever know? You know, I don't want to be 85 or 100 or whatever and just looking back on all this time as, wow, how sad. You know, I was so worried about what other people were going to say and how to make everything so perfect that I never made anything. You know, so I do not want to do that. And I already feel like I'm late to the game. I'm 42. I could have really gone all in with my YouTube channel 18 years ago. Like, that is insane. But I feel like everything happens for a reason at the time that it happens. So maybe if I would have blew up and went viral in my 20s, that would have been really bad for me. I honestly feel like that's probably the case. I've definitely experienced burnout. I've had ups and downs in my life. I've had things not go the way I want many, many times. So I'm sure I'll talk about all those on this YouTube channel. But whether I did this when I was, 22, 42, or 62, or 82, the number 82 is going to be big on this channel. So if you don't know, you will know. But I just don't want to wait any longer. So a lot of people would say that 42 is young. 42 is, you may not even be halfway. But I just don't want to take that risk anymore of waiting any longer. I want to take this risk. That is, I'm starting before I'm ready. I'm just going with this. And I don't want to wait till I'm 82 to start making YouTube videos. I want to start today. I wanted to start 20 years ago, but I didn't. So you know what? I'm starting now. And what if I do this for the next 8 years? Every week, I make a video for the next 8 years. And on my 50th birthday, I can look back and say, wow, I have over 400 videos. And I did it. I really went for it. And I could decide, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Or it was the best decision I ever made. Either way, I just don't want to do it anymore. But I might say, I'm so glad I did this. I can't imagine ever doing anything else. I'm going to keep doing this for another, 8 years or 10 years or 20 years. So I don't know where this is going to go, and I want to find out. So that's why I have to start now. There's no better time to start something than right now. Should have started yesterday, plant your trees yesterday. The next best time is today. Well, you know what? That's probably true. So I'm planting the seed today. We'll see where this channel goes. We'll see where this channel grows. But I think just the last thing that I wrote down here that I just wanted to talk about real quick is interacting with like-minded people, but also learning from others with different opinions. I did say that a little bit earlier, I guess. But something that I love to do is interact with other people in the comments on, my various social media accounts. So when I post a photo on Instagram or I post something on Facebook, and hopefully with, all these YouTube videos that will be coming out, when someone leaves a comment, I always pride myself on responding to people and continuing the conversation. I am totally somebody that loves to read through the various threads on Reddit. Somebody asks a question or poses a situation and somebody responds, and then somebody else responds to that person's response. Somebody else responds to that person's response of a response. And then it's, I come from the days of forums, and I still end up on forums on the internet in 2024, which is crazy. And I used to have my own forums. I had a couple of them, and I was active on tons of forums back in the day. And a lot of those websites aren't even around anymore, but every now and then, you Google something and you end up on a forum and you're like, oh, I love forums. I used to love forum software. I loved the idea of creating different sections and organizing everything. I'm very scatterbrained, but I love to be organized, and I probably have... Now, I'm going to be careful with this because my wife is a mental health nurse, and I'm sure we're going to talk about that stuff at some point across some of these videos, but I'm sure, and I haven't been diagnosed with anything ever, but I'm sure I have some ADHD tendencies, and I'm sure I have some OCD tendencies. But anyway, see, again, I don't even know where I was going with that. Totally distracted, off on a different tangent, just totally lost track of my thoughts. But I love when people leave comments on things, and I love to respond to them and continue the conversation. When I watch YouTube videos, I always go to the comments. I know some people are like, oh, YouTube comments, it's a dumpster fire. It's just all, trash and negativity down there. It's like, you can find whatever you're looking for. If you want to find negativity on the internet, you can find it. But if you want to find positivity and you want to find, people that are genuinely helping other people, adding to the conversation in a great way, that's out there too. It just depends, what kind of person are you? What are you open to? And that's pretty much life. What are you open to, and do you want to promote positivity or negativity? And I'm sure I've been guilty of a lot of negativity in my life here and there, but I would say for the most part, most people would probably associate me with, positivity, inspiration, motivation, probably comedy. I'm known to be the funny guy, so fair warning. Hopefully I'll put some of the comedy aspect to my personality out there. But I'm really excited for the potential where people want to leave comments on my videos, and I get notifications, or I log into YouTube and I see that so-and-so left a comment, and I read through it, and then I get to respond to them, and then they respond back, or other people jump in, and we just have this big conversation to where it makes other people want to go to my comment sections on my videos because they know they're going to find value there, or they know it's a safe space. I'm not going to stand for, people being rude just for the sake of being rude. If someone has a joke and maybe it's a tad offensive, it's not the end of the world. I'm into that type of humor as well. But, I'm probably someone that could be affected by a negative comment. You always hear the thing of, you get 100 comments, 99 of them are great, but one of them is negative, and that's the only one that you remember. I have, things that I can remember where that negative thing is the only thing that stands out, and I can't remember all the positive things that people said, but God, I really remember that negative thing that so-and-so said. So I'm sure I I'm sure I will be the person that will let all the comments fly in the beginning, but if things start to get negative, or people are just being mean to other people or mean to me or whatever, I'll probably block certain people or just remove their comments. I'm not trying to make another space on the internet that's full of hate and negativity. So I guess this YouTube channel may create a small community. I don't know. I don't know where this will go. Maybe it builds this new community of people that are like-minded, like myself, and we end up just having our own little tribe of people. I don't know. Or maybe it's none of that, and I just make these YouTube videos and people leave comments here and there, and it doesn't really go further than that, and I'm okay with that too. And, maybe I don't get any comments. Maybe no one cares about any of this, and I'm okay with that too. I have to make this for myself, and I know over time I will learn how to do a better job at it, and I will learn ways that will help me, but also help you. So if you have any thoughts or opinions or critique or feedback or anything that you want to say, you can always put it in the comments. I will always read the comments. I will probably respond to just about every single comment I can. And I think I got to cut the video off now. I think this is over an hour and a half. But I'm not a YouTube Shorts person. I hate YouTube Shorts. I don't like TikTok. I don't like Instagram Reels. I like long form stuff. I want to make long form videos. I want to make long form podcasts. I love writing long blog posts. I am not a shallow puddle. I'm an ocean, and everything that I do, I feel like has depth, and I don't know or care if this is going to do well with the YouTube algorithm or any of that. I just wanted to make this, and I just wanted to share it. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what we're going to do. And I'm just going to decide on 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. every Wednesday, I'm putting a new video out on YouTube. I'm just going to stick to that schedule. And again, the idea is that I make videos in advance and then I put them on YouTube and schedule them. So they won't actually be out. They'll be done and ready and posted to YouTube, but they won't be live until Wednesday at 8 a.m. So I'm committing publicly. You heard it here first. I am committing to one new YouTube video every single week, all of 2025, every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And there will probably be more videos, but I'm guaranteeing 52. Minimum of 52 in 2025. And I know that I can do that because if I can post this one, I know that I can do videos just like this every single day. So one per week, that's a piece of cake, right? I mean, if you're watching this far, thank you. I know some people always do these like stupid little gimmick type things or whatever that they say just to try to get more comments or whatever, but I'm actually genuinely interested. If you made it this far in the video, basically to the end, we're going to cut it off here in a second. I don't know why I said we. I'm going to cut it off in a second. If you made it this far in the video, what should I have you say? I think just type the word confidence. If you go down in the comments, type the word confidence, and that will allow me to know that you made it this far in the video. And everyone that does that, I'll be keeping an eye on you because I know that you're the type of person that will enjoy the videos that I make. And if you like this video, if you comment the word confidence down in the comments, I'm going to respond to you for sure. But I just know that you and I are probably going to be pretty good friends. Probably we're going to interact back and forth a lot in the future on this YouTube channel. And if you have a YouTube channel as well, that's even better. If we vibe, if you feel like you and I are like the same person, if everything that I've said feels like I'm just, a mirror for you, then that just reminded me of something. Black Mirror. It's probably my my all-time favorite show. That's essentially what we're doing here. I'm just talking to a black mirror. But if you have a YouTube channel, I would love to check it out. So especially if we are like-minded people. But, if you have any sort of YouTube channel, I'm definitely going to click on every single person's YouTube channel that comments below and check it out. At a minimum, I'm going to watch one of your videos. So I hope you don't care that I'm going to watch your videos, because you watch mine, I'll watch yours. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, that is awesome too. I don't care. The fact that you sat through and watched my videos, I don't care that you don't have a YouTube channel. Not everyone has to have YouTube channels. I've had a YouTube channel for a long time, but never really did anything with it other than consume other people's content. And I'm okay with that. But I just could not leave it at that. I feel like I had this internal struggle for the past 3 to 5 years, maybe longer, of like, why am I not making YouTube videos? It's all I want to do. So that's why I'm taking this next step. And if you've ever thought about making YouTube videos, I swear that I know you can do it if I can do it, because I have battled this for so long. And if you're watching this video, you know that I did it. I got over my confidence or my imposter syndrome or, these lies and excuses I kept telling myself. I just did it, just do it. If you wanted to make YouTube videos, do it. If you don't want to make YouTube videos, you don't have to. Don't make someone make you feel like you have to. Just, if you want to do it and you're not doing it and you're afraid, just know that you can do it. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. And we're done. We're done. So I've never been one of those people that vibes with the people that say like, comment, subscribe, all that. But I'm going to say it anyway, because why not? If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to leave a comment, type the word confidence. I know you made it this far. So leave a comment. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what you liked about this video, what you didn't like, what you want to see more of, what you don't want to see. I'm wide open. I would love to hear whatever you have to say. It'll help me guide this channel in a better direction, because in the beginning, this is probably going to be all over the place. But if people have, really helpful feedback, that's only going to help you, and it'll help me as well. I know that I have like 157 subscribers on this channel before I post this video, and which is pretty crazy. A lot of people start a YouTube channel with no subscribers, so I'm already starting out a little bit ahead. And I think across all the videos that are on my channel, I could just look this up. I don't know what I'm doing on my computer right now. I got YouTube pulled up right here. I actually have Black Mirror soundtrack pulled up. That's hilarious. So if I go to my YouTube channel real quick, and again, there'll be a lot of videos where you probably see my computer screen and I can, explain something better and you can follow along. Yeah, I have 157 subscribers. I have 16 videos and 157,800 157,283 views on my channel, which is a lot, but I have a few videos that a bunch of people watched. I joined YouTube on June 15th, 2006. And yeah. So anyway, if you ended up on my channel, welcome. I hope you stick around. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more and if you want to follow along. I don't subscribe to a lot of channels, so if you don't subscribe, I totally get it. I subscribe to people and then I unsubscribe all the time, and then I end up resubscribing to people all the time. I'm just all over the place. I'm just a weird, unique person, so you don't have to do things the way I do them. Do everything the way you do them. It's totally cool. You definitely do not need to hit the notification bell. I think that's the dumbest thing that people say. I hate notifications on everything. I turn basically all notifications off on my phone all the time. I don't have any notifications that are popping up on my computers, and if I do, I try to turn them off all the time. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. If you want to leave a comment, that's awesome. And if you want to subscribe and just follow along, do that. Anything else is a bonus. So I think that's it. That's where I'm going to leave it at. So, wow. This video is probably over an hour and a half, and I thank you for your time and your attention, and I'm really excited for this YouTube channel, and I really can't wait to see what's next. And I know I can do this, and I just have to stay consistent and be patient, and good things will happen, right? That's what they say. So I just want to make YouTube videos anyway, so I'm going to just keep doing that. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace. I don't know why I did that. I do that all the time in real life, so I guess that's me being me. All right. See you in the next one.